evacuate cultural artifacts. The fire's cause remains unknown. The police will investigate the cause upon building access. Time now for the weather. It is currently 19 degrees Celsius and partly cloudy. It'll average around 16 degrees this evening. The fine dust level is unhealthy. That's all we have time for this hour's news. Thanks for listening. You're listening to BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with David Kim. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A cafe is more than just a spot for a delicious drink. In the past, these cozy and simple places were community hubs where people met to discuss everything from politics to arts. And they attracted creative minds like writers, poets, artists, and thinkers who came to exchange ideas and collaborate on projects. And today, cafes continue to serve as gathering places that offer a relaxing atmosphere. They provide a comfortable space where people can chat, work, or simply unwind. And for many, a cafe is a sanctuary from the hectic pace of everyday life, a place to enjoy solitude or the company of friends. So, come join us for a 2-hour show, just as if you were in a warm, as we invite you to For Your Busan Cafe. Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is David Kim, and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick off the show with 한 페이지가 될 수 있게 by Day 6.
솔직히 말할게 많이 기다려왔어. 너도 그랬을 거라 믿어. 오늘이 오길 매일같이 달력을 보면서 나에게도 지금 이 순간은 꿈만 같아. 너와 함께라. 오늘을 위해 대만을 준비해봤어. All about you and I. 다른 건 다 제쳐두고 나 commit me to my hand. 아름다운 청춘의 한 잔 함께서 내려가자. 마냥 순탄하진 않았지. 오늘이 오길 나도 못 받아라 기다렸어. 솔직히 나보다 더 네가 몇 배는 더 힘들었을 거라고 믿어. 오늘을 위해 그저 견뎌줘서 고마워. All about you and I. 다른 건 다 제쳐두고 나 commit me to my hand. 아무 걱정도 하지는 마.
한 페이지가 될 수 있게 by day 6, our opening song here at For Your Busan. Good afternoon, everybody. This is David Kim. Now, how often do you guys visit cafes? I go to cafes almost on a daily basis. Even if I don't go in to sit down and have a drink, I do usually takeouts for a good cup of coffee. But how often do you guys visit cafes? These days, a new kind of cafe popped up in Busan, and it's called the Youth Job Growth Cafe. It's a city initiative. It's a collaboration, actually, between the government and the city of Busan, and it's aimed at providing comprehensive employment support for young people. Now, this new space launched this week, actually, in the Summit area of Busan with a signboard hanging ceremony, and is designed to offer local youth various programs to boost their confidence, explore different career options, and enhance their job skills. Now, the cafe also provides opportunities for young people to visit companies that they're interested in and includes job placement services. And what's more, it offers one-on-one counseling to support mental health. Now, this initiative allows young individuals to engage with their peers and utilize various career support services. And following the launch in Busan, there are plans to establish 64 job cafes across the country, which will be accessible to young people, all for free of charge. So, we're going to be talking about jobs today. 네, 오늘 문자 주제는 직업에 대해서 얘기하고 싶은데요. 여러분들은 직업을 선택할 때 최우선 순위는 무엇인가요? When looking for a job, what do you look for the most? What's the deciding factor when looking for a job? What's the most important factor when looking for a job? It could be maybe income, because your monthly wage, the yearly wage is the most important. Or it could be maybe welfare. What kind of benefits and perks do you get from working at this company? It could be maybe working hours. Maybe you don't want to work 8-9 hours a day, maybe 7 to 8 hours a day. I don't know. Maybe work-life balance. Any sort of benefits that you get if you work for this company. Or maybe it's the colleagues. Maybe the age range of the people who work with you kind of matters to you as well. Or commute time. Let us know, what do you look for the most? What is the most important factor when it comes to finding a job? You can text us those messages to pound 9050 샵 9050. It'll cost you 101. Or a Kakao Talk message. You can find us and add us as a friend by searching for Busan 영어방송 and chat with us there. Or join us live on YouTube. We are streaming right now live. So come in and say hello and chat with us there. We've got some people tuning in, including Jenny-nim, Suduk-shon-nim as well tuning in. So good afternoon to you guys. Keep those messages coming in. We'll take a quick break and go right into our first segment, Busan Is.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back and welcome to For Your Busan. And for our first segment, we have Busan Is. This is our news and information segment led by our announcer, 6 p.m. announcer, Hong Dang-dang. How are you doing?
네, 먼지가 있어도 굿.
먼지가 있어도 당당하게 good.
네, 먼지가 있어도 굿. 지금
Yeah.
눈 아프고 목 아프네요.
Oh no, yeah, the
그러네요.
fine dust, the yellow dust advisory has been issued,
그렇습니다.
and it's really, really bad right now. Usually, though, when the fine dust levels are bad,
네, 그렇습니다.
you look out to the skyline or maybe towards the horizons by the ocean, kind of see the
네,
haze,
네,
right?
네.
And so if you do go outside right now, please do wear a filtered mask because it is really bad outside.
네. 데이빗은 오늘 How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm weather temperature wise, it's really nice. So I was telling everybody what a beautiful day, but the air quality is not so beautiful.
네, 그렇습니다.
Yeah.
네, 오늘 처음 전해드릴 소식도 이 먼지 소식인데요. 오늘 전국적으로 미세먼지 농도가 매우 나쁩니다. 오늘 오후 3시를 기해서 기장군에는 미세먼지 경보가 발령됐고요. 이 지역의 1시간 평균 미세먼지 농도는 362 마이크로그램, 100만 분의 1g을 뜻하는 먼지 농도의 수치죠. 이 미세먼지 경보는 시간 평균 미세먼지 농도가 세제곱미터당 300 마이크로그램 이상인 상태가 2시간 이상 계속될 때 내려집니다. 지금 부산 지역 전역에 미세먼지 주의보가 내려져 있는 상태고요. 공기 중에 초미세먼지나 미세먼지 농도가 높아지면 노인과 어린이, 호흡기 질환자, 심혈관 질환자는 실외 활동을 자제해야 합니다. 부산 지역 미세먼지 농도가 매우 나쁨입니다. 건강한 성인들도 되도록 실내 활동하시고 실외 활동 줄이시기 바랍니다. 또 외출할 때는 마스크 반드시 써주시기 바랍니다.
That is right. So a fine dust advisory has been issued for all 12 regions in Busan City. That's the 11 gus and 1 gun, right? By the Korea Environment Corporation. And Gijang County was initially issued an advisory in the morning, but at 3 p.m. it was upgraded to a warning level. And so this fine dust advisory is usually issued when the hourly average fine dust concentration exceeds 150 micrograms per cubic meters for 2 consecutive hours. And when we have such a bad levels of fine dust or even ultrafine dust, the elderly, children, and anyone with respiratory diseases or illnesses and cardiovascular patients should refrain from outdoor activities because it could cause severe harm to our lungs.
네. 우리 동해의 해양 기후 속도가 10년 전과 비교했을 때 2배 이상 빨라지고 있다는 연구 결과가 나왔습니다. 국립수산과학원은 최근 동해에서의 해양 기후 속도가 평균 49.5km, 10년 동안을 비교했을 때 이렇게 기록했다고 밝혔는데요. 이것은 2010년 평균 20.9km에 비해서 2배 이상 빨라진 수치입니다. 해양 기후 속도는 기후변화의 영향으로 넓은 해역에서 극적으로 이동한 등치선의 속도를 의미하는데 등치선은 우리 많이 봤을 거예요. 지도상에서 동일한 값을 가진 점을 이은 선, 등고선, 등심선, 등온선, 등압선 이런 것들을 모두 통틀어 이르는 말입니다. 이번 연구는 우리 해역에서 해양 온난화의 영향이 뚜렷하게 나타난 2000년대 이후 동해를 대상으로 등온선별 연평균 북상 속도를 처음으로 산정한 결과입니다.
Right. So research revealed that the speed of oceanic climate change in the East Sea has doubled over the past decade. The National Institute of Fisheries Science reported today that the average speed of oceanic climate change in the East Sea is now 49.5 kilometers for every 10 years, compared to 20.9 kilometers for every 10 years in the 2010s. And oceanic climate speed refers to the movement of isotherms that's going towards the poles due to climate change effects. And this study marks the first calculation of the average northward migration speed of isotherms in the East Sea since the 2000s, when ocean warming's influence became apparent in the region.
네, 부산시 자치경찰위원회는 오는 19일부터 75세 이상 운전자를 대상으로 어르신 운전 중이라고 적힌 고령 운전자 표지를 배부합니다. 어르신 운전 중이라고 적힌 표지를 차량 뒤, 왜 초보 운전, 왕초보예요, 뭐 이런 이야기들 있잖아요. 그 유리에 부착해서 뒤따라오는 운전자들이 인식하게 만들기 위한 목적입니다. 지난해 개정된 도로교통법은 국가나 지자체가 고령 운전자 차량임을 나타내는 표지를 제작해 배부할 수 있도록 규정하고 있는데요. 부산의 경우 2023년 기준 75세 이상 고령 인구 비율이 22.6%고 또 전체 교통사고 사망자 가운데 46.6%가 고령자로 나타났습니다. 부산자치경찰위원장은 고령 운전자 표지 배부로 고령 운전자가 더 안전하게 운전하고 또 배려받는 교통문화가 만들어지는 계기가 되길 바란다고 말했고요. 또 고령 운전자의 자발적인 운전면허 자진 반납에 대해서도 적극적인 참여를 당부했습니다. 고령 운전자 표지는 도로교통공단이 운전자들을 대상으로 실시하는 교통안전교육에 참석하는 고령자들에게 무료로 배부될 예정입니다.
Right, so the Busan Autonomous Police Agency said today that it will hand out signs for elderly drivers aged 75 and older. The purpose is to attach the signs reading elderly driver on the back windows or other visible areas of their vehicles to aware surrounding drivers. Now, it comes about as the Road Traffic Act was revised last year, stipulating that national or local governments can make and distribute signs indicating vehicles driven by elderly drivers. And in the case of Busan, as of 2023, the proportion of the population aged 75 and older is 22.6%, and 46% of all traffic accident fatalities are by elderly individuals.
네, 부산시 교육청은 12월까지 초등학교 40개 학교 159개 학급을 대상으로 행복한 독서교육 실현과 독서 문화 확산을 위한 작가와 함께하는 행복한 글쓰기 사업을 운영합니다. 작가와 소통하고 함께 책을 읽고 생각을 나누면서 글을 써보는 시간 가지게 될 텐데요. 부산시 교육청은 부산 아동문학인협회 소속 부산 아동문학 작가 58명이 학급으로 직접 찾아가는 방식으로 이번 사업을 진행합니다. 작가들은 한 번에 2번씩 80분간 수업을 진행하게 되고요. 함께 책 읽고 의견을 나누고 토론하고 토의하는 과정을 거쳐서 우리 초등학생들의 생각하는 힘을 길러주기 위해서 알찬 수업을 준비 중이라고 전해드리고 싶습니다.
Right, the Busan Metropolitan City Office of Education announced the Happy Writing with Authors project today, aimed at promoting joyful reading and a reading culture in 159 classrooms across 40 elementary schools by December. Now, this initiative involves students reading books, discussing them with the authors, and writing together to integrate reading and writing education. 58 authors from the Busan Children's Literature Association will visit classrooms, conducting 80-minute sessions to read books, share opinions, and enhance students' critical thinking through discussions and debates.
부산시 북부교육지원청은 연말까지 학교 시설 유지관리 전문성을 높이기 위해서 아름다운 재능기부 봉사단 아재봉 운영에 나섭니다. 2019년부터 운영해온 이 봉사단은 학교 현장에 근무하고 있는 시설관리 직원 가운데 시설물 유지보수 관련 기술을 가지고 있고 또 봉사활동에 관심 있는 10명이 함께 참여하고 있습니다. 봉사단은 매월 2번 학교를 방문해서 각종 시설물 점검하고 보수 유지관리 컨설팅 등을 지원해서 이 현장과 소통할 예정인데요. 특히 신규 여성 공무원이 시설관리 업무를 맡은 학교나 시설관리 공무원 결혼학교를 집중으로 지원할 예정입니다. 지원이 혹시 필요한 학교는 부산교육청 학교 지원 서비스로 신청하면 이 봉사활동 나가게 됩니다.
Right, so the Busan Northern Region Education Support Office announced today that it will operate a Beautiful Talents Donation Volunteer Group known as 아재봉 until the end of the year to enhance the expertise in school facility maintenance. Now, this volunteer group, which has been operating since 2019, consists of 10 facility management staff members working at schools who have technical skills related to facility maintenance and an interest in volunteer activities. And a volunteer group will visit schools twice a month to communicate with the field through various activities such as checking, repairing, and maintaining various facilities.
네, 자, 부산은 오후 3시를 기해서 황사 위기 경보 가운데 주의 단계가 지금 발령됐습니다. 앞서 말씀드린 것처럼 미세먼지 농도가 매우 나쁘기 때문에 주의하시기 바랍니다. 그래서 찾아보니까 우리나라에도 이 먼지 속담이 꽤 있어요. 그 가운데 오늘 2가지만. 주머니 털어 먼지 안 나는 사람 없다는 이야기 있거든요. 네, 데이빗의 주머니를 이렇게 뒤집어서 이렇게 털어보면 먼지가 없을까요?
There's so much
엄청
먼지.
많을 거다.
먼지.
네, 먼지.
Yeah.
네, 아무리 깨끗하고 선한 사람이라고 해도 다 허점이 있다, 부족한 것이 있다라는 뜻을 가지고 있는데요. 또 새 옷도 털면 먼지 난다 이런 얘기도 있고요. 또 티끌 모아 태산이라는 말 잘 아시죠? 작은 것이라도 모이면 큰 것이 될 수 있다는 속담을 전해드립니다.
예, 많이 모으면 큰 먼지가 돼요.
먼지에게도 예전에
네.
그 가수 이적 씨의 어머니가 엄청 훌륭한 그 여성 학자신데 그 말씀 중에서 딱 한 가지만 전 기억나는 거예요. 뭐 청소라든지 집안일이라든지 이런 것에 대해서 잘 소질이 없었다라고 고백하는 그 부분에서 먼지에게도 시간을 주면 된다. 그 먼지가 시간을 좀 이렇게 뭉친다. 그때 이제 치우면 된다. 이런 얘기를 하면서 그 시간에 아이들과 같이 소통하고 좀 책 읽고 하는 시간에서 저는 그 먼지가 시간을 주면 크게 뭉친다는 얘기에 감동을 받고 저도 근데 청소를 좀 해야겠네요 오늘은.
Yeah, 저는 그거 before you told me that story,
네.
once in a while, you know, when I get lazy and I don't vacuum my house, usually behind the door.
근데 너무 게으르기만 하면 안 되잖아요.
그 사이에 a ball of dust가 있어요.
오늘은 안 됩니다.
Yeah, we gotta clean. We gotta circulate, open, but maybe refrain from opening the windows today because the fine dust is really bad. Like how we mentioned in the beginning of the news, the fine dust advisory has been issued for all areas of Busan City. So refrain from going outdoors today if possible. And if you do have to go outside, please do wear proper filtered masks.
네.
Thank you so much for coming in today. Maybe before you go, if you could answer this question for us, today's text topic.
네.
It's all about what you consider the most important when it comes to finding a job.
저는 직업을 구하는 여러 가지 너무나 많은 것들이 있겠지만 하나만 그냥 얘기한다면 내가 내일 그 직업을 또 내가 면접을 본 그곳을 생각했을 때 내 일을 생각했을 때 좀 설레나? 설레는가?
아니면 스트레스 받나?
스트레스는 어느 일이든 근데 스트레스가 없는 일은 없다.
Right.
정말이요.
For sure.
네네. 내가 정말 바이올린을 잘 켜고 피아노 연주를 잘한다고 해도 그것을 직업으로 하고 연주자가 무대에 서기 전까지의 그 스트레스는 이루 말할 수 없잖아요.
Right.
즐거운 일이고 연예인들도 마찬가지고 놀면서 돈을 벌다니 할 수 있지만
For sure.
중압감은 상당하잖아요.
Yes.
근데 그 일을 생각했을 때 그래도 좀 설레는 면이 있는가? 그거 보면 괜찮을 것 같아요.
Yeah.
네.
The balance between good stress and bad stress.
네,
If you only have bad stress,
그러면
don't
안
go
되죠.
there. Yeah.
그런데 내가 내일 한번 해볼까? 이건 어떨까라고 생각할 수 있는 그 부분이 있으면
오.
도전해보자.
All right.
네. 좋은
Thank you.
직업이다.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
네.
I agree with you. Okay, thank you so much for coming in today. We'll see you tomorrow.
네, 내일 뵙겠습니다. 내일까지 황사 영향 있다고 하니까 주의하시기 바랍니다.
All right. So yes, everybody, keep that in mind. The fine dust levels are terrible outside. So please try to stay indoors if possible. And if you do have to go outside, please do wear a filtered mask. Now, text topic. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you consider the most important thing. What's the most important factor when it comes to finding a job? We've got messages coming in saying yellow dust, fine dust is really bad. Yes, it is indeed. Suduk Shonim joining in on the show saying income. Income is maybe the most important part. And achievement. Achievement, I guess, when you get the job, maybe small goals that you set, or maybe company goals that you try to achieve. Sure, those are pretty good important factors that you might consider when trying to get a job or land a job. Yes. 네, 앞으로 먼지 뭉치게 도우면은 안 좋을 수도 있어요. Then you're creating fine dust in the house. 집 안에 있는 fine dust. It's not good. 실내 fine dust. Ugh, I don't like that. But I think 고수님 is just joking around. 그냥 재미로 하는 거죠, 그죠? And then 제리님 saying 재미있는 이름이네요. 봉사 단체 이름 아자봉. Yeah, that's a funny name. Ajabong. All right. We'll take a quick song break and we'll be right back. This is Dust in the Wind by Kansas.
I close my eyes only for a moment, and the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes, a curiosity, dust in the wind. All they are is dust in the wind.
slips away, and all your money won't another minute by. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. Everything is dust in the wind. Everything is dust in the wind.
It is time for DJ David's Journal. Dear Diary, today I read a news article about the world's oldest person and found myself wondering about their secret to long life. And it turns out that having an optimistic personality with positive thinking is key. Research indicates that people who live to be 95 to 100 years old often share this trait. Optimists handle daily problems with a positive outlook, which leads to less stress and fewer related health problems. Severe stress can increase blood pressure and harm heart health, so managing stress is crucial for a long and healthy life. Even if you eat well and exercise, being prone to stress can still pose a significant challenge. Developing an optimistic personality can be tricky. While personality traits can be innate, they're also shaped by one's environment during upbringing. And without early stress management techniques, it's hard to become more optimistic later in life. And different people handle the same problems in different ways. For some, it's straightforward, while others might lose sleep or even develop depression. Though a certain level of stress can sharpen focus for work or study, too much stress can drain both mental and physical health. Interestingly, it's possible to train oneself to be more optimistic. When facing stress, it's beneficial to imagine a positive outcome and set realistic goals. Aiming too high can backfire and increase stress. So remember, seeing the glass is half full rather than half empty is a step towards positivity. Did I just notice my glass is only half full? Let's listen to Lovely Day by Bill Withers.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seemed impossible to face, and when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. I just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
You are now listening to For Your Busan with David Kim. Stay tuned every day from 4:05 to 6 p.m. for more.
Welcome back to For Your Busan, and we have today Jennifer in the studio for Work Life Busan. How are ya?
Good, how are you?
Doing fantastic.
Oh, my throat is a bit ticklish because of dust.
Yes, so we've heard 3 p.m. A warning was issued in Gijang County, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as of now, all Busan areas, the Gus and the Gun, is under fine dust advisory level. So I guess because you had to come in here, you had to step outside for a little bit, right?
But I was so happy this morning because the weather is warm and
Yeah.
I really been enjoying spring days.
Right.
And this yellow dust.
I know. So that's what I thought too. Me too. Like when I woke up, came outside, I'm like, it's such a beautiful day. But then I came to work. And you know what I did in the morning? I took a deep breath.
Oh, you did.
It's not something to be proud of.
Maybe that shortened your life. a
I
little
know.
bit.
Don't say that. Don't say that. That's mean.
I'm just joking.
I've got a couple more decades in me, I think. But yeah, please don't go outside and take a deep breath because the air right now outside is terrible.
Wear a mask.
Definitely
And drink
wear
plenty
a
of
mask.
water.
Exactly, because whatever's in you, only that water is gonna help you carry out all the bad stuff out of your system.
Yeah, I hope it gets better tomorrow.
Hopefully, but I have been told that the fine dust level will stay pretty bad until tomorrow morning at the least.
Lucky me, I'm working indoors tomorrow, so
Yes, stay
I'm relieved.
indoors.
Yeah.
Once you get home, just stay indoors.
Yeah,
Don't go out. Before we start the segment two, today's text topic was about what you consider the number one important thing when considering to find a job. So when you're looking for a job, what do you consider the most important thing? It could be about the length of a commute to the workplace. It could be about income. It could be about, the people you work with. What is it that you look for the most?
The job has to be meaningful.
Meaningful job.
Yeah, having some meaning and purpose in my job makes a big difference.
Okay.
So if my company, imaginary company, and I have the same purpose, same goal, same values, that makes such a big difference.
Oh, good. So whoever's running the company must have similar goals and similar interests in mind for you to say, oh, this is the company I want to work for.
What about you?
Me, I guess that is very important, what you said, what you mentioned as well. Also, at the same time, if I can utilize the skills that I have.
Oh, that's very important.
Right.
So you feel recognized.
Not just that, but if I can use the skills that I have, it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Right. And
That as well, yeah.
So if I can have fun working at the company or wherever it is, BEFM included,
Yeah.
then I'll just stay at it. Yeah.
Of course, other practical things are also important.
For sure.
Yeah.
Money is very
Yes,
important.
so
Time as well.
Holiday,
Yeah.
paid holiday.
And I think it's a good question kind of to leeway into our segment today because this is all about work life.
Yeah, that's
All
right. That's
so
right.
What is today's episode?
It's related to workplace bullying and sexual harassment at workplace, and I will dive right into it. The letter reads, "Hello, I'm a manager at a medium-sized company. Recently, several unfortunate incidents involving new employees have occurred within our company. A female employee has filed a complaint against a male colleague with the Ministry of Labor for workplace bullying and sexual harassment. Although they are in the same department, they work on different teams and do not report to each other."
Oh, okay. Didn't she report the case to the company first?
No, I don't know why, but maybe she didn't know the procedure, but she didn't do that. So she went straight to the Ministry of Labor.
Wow, can you do that?
Yeah, you can do that. The usual procedure would be to speak to the person in charge within the company first.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
But she skipped a few steps and went all the way to the
Yep.
government high-ranking
Yeah,
officials. So let's continue on with the story, please.
Okay, I will do that. So going back to the story, the details of the complaints are as follows. During a department dinner at a karaoke room, the male colleague made the remark while a group of women, including myself, were singing at the front. The comment was something like this. "It's not pleasant to see the ajummas shaking in front like that. Come sit down quietly." I'm sorry about laughing, but after the dinner, and the second complaint was after the dinner, as we were leaving, he put his arms around both myself and another female employee.
Yikes. Yeah, maybe I can now kind of understand why she had to go all the way up to the labor management. She must have felt very uncomfortable.
Yeah, very unpleasant.
Right. So the first remark is clearly unpleasant, but it's in a way, legally speaking, challenging to classify it as sexual harassment or bullying. The second instance, though, because it does involve a physical contact, it seems more clearly to fit the category. So what are your thoughts on this?
I agree with you. The first one, calling female colleagues ajumma, can be seen as a disrespectful remark. It's certainly inappropriate, and therefore it is likely more akin to gender harassment than to sexual harassment.
I guess so. So for those who might be unfamiliar with the word ajumma, it basically refers to middle-aged women and can be considered disrespectful in this context.
Yeah, in professional setting, definitely. It's inappropriate. So let me read the rest of the manager's letter for context before we discuss any further. So this is the first time something like this has occurred at our company. And the fact that the victim reported it directly to the Ministry of Labor without internal discussion has compounded the situation. This has put me under a lot of stress. I'm facing blame even though I wasn't even there when the whole thing happened. What can I do?
I guess this is quite problematic because she went straight to the ministry instead of going to her boss. And so I guess in that sense, it's very unfair to blame the manager, especially when things have happened after work hours outside of his guidance or his supervision. And I guess moreover, monitoring employees after work isn't typically within a manager's responsibilities.
No, manager is not a father or mother.
No, right. So I guess given the complaint, it's with the Ministry of Labor. They'll basically take over the whole process, right?
Yeah.
So what steps can the company take at this point?
The company should enforce disciplinary measures as dictated by the employment guidelines at the company's internal rules, possibly through convening a human resources committee. The committee could then take appropriate action against the offending employee, but nothing is for sure now. You know, there's no evidence yet. I don't know if a lot of people have seen this case. If the victim and the perpetrator work in the same department, it may be prudent for the company to consider transferring the offender to a different department. I mean, it must be so awkward to be working together in the same space.
I bet. So it's critical to ensure a safe and comfortable work environment for all employees, particularly after that uncomfortable situation. So when dealing with workplace harassment or bullying, what should a victim do at first? Maybe not, instead of going straight to the Ministry of Labor, what should they do?
Ideally, a victim should first seek help internally, which can lead to immediate support from colleagues or supervisors and prevent the situation from escalating to a level that could overwhelm company's officials. When facing workplace bullying or sexual harassment, it's crucial for the victim to start by collecting evidence, such as messages or witness testimonies. This can then be reported through the company's established channels for handling complaints. If the company's response is inadequate, or if the situation doesn't improve, if nothing happens, then the victim can then bring the matter to the attention of the Ministry of Labor.
Right. If the company doesn't provide much of a support, much of a feedback, then it's actually a much bigger issue because the company should be able to provide at least some sort of support or some sort of a feedback.
Then if a company does nothing, then there's not many things, the victim can do.
Exactly.
It leaves her or him with no choice.
Right. Last resort would be to go to the Ministry of Labor yourself and file a complaint. Okay. Lastly, what sort of advice would you offer to the manager who shared this story?
It's important for the manager to stay calm and handle the situation with care, knowing that this isn't his fault. He should ensure the harassment policy is clearly communicated to all employees and conduct a neutral investigation promptly. But in the meanwhile, he shouldn't take sides. So supporting the victim and taking unbiased action according to company policy are crucial steps. I hope this incident serves as an opportunity to better inform the employees about their workplace harassment reporting procedures, because the chances are not everyone is aware of the procedure. So maybe that's the reason why she went straight to the Ministry of Labor.
For sure. Yeah. I guess a proper orientation per se. Proper company introduction 101. Those type of things are needed for all employees so that they are all on the same eye level per se when it comes to how to handle problems at work, how to handle bullying, harassment, things like that. And I know here at BFM too, they have lectures that come in and out once in a while regarding sexual harassment, things like that.
That's a mandatory training, right?
For all
Annual
public organizations. And these classes, these lectures are really important because not everyone knows about it and they don't know how to deal with it. So,
Yeah.
and they don't know what really constitutes sexual harassment.
Exactly.
Like, not everything is sexual harassment. It just could be like...
that's the
Yeah.
reason why there are also false report.
Exactly, yeah. And reports that might never come back to you because they just decide it's not a big deal, or maybe because you misunderstood what this is.
Yeah,
Right. But no matter what happens, please do talk to your bosses.
Yeah.
And if they don't give you any feedback, then you can make your next step by sending in a complaint to the ministry.
Yeah, whatever you do, never like make it as a gossip. Don't talk with other
don't do that.
fellow colleagues. You know.
Seek help,
Yeah.
and hopefully you get some help. We had Jenny-nim texting in saying, 아줌마라니. His remarks are clearly unpleasant. 나빠요.
Yeah,
그죠?
I agree.
Yeah, never
I agree.
call. Yeah, even not just the word 아줌마. There's other terms that you just can't say, especially in workplaces. So avoid using those terms. And I don't want to say it on air because it sounds really weird. So if you're curious of what those mean.
But 아가씨 doesn't make it sound better.
Exactly. That's the word I didn't want to say. So
Yeah.
these are terms that you shouldn't say at workplaces to your
you
colleagues.
should show some respect.
For sure. Yeah, call them by their names with the she at the end or nim at the end.
Or
just
the
to be
proper
respectful.
title. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you so much for coming in today, Jennifer.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
Right, and I hope you brought a mask.
Yes, I have it in my bag.
Okay, good. Make sure you wear that mask before you go outside. Stay safe. Stay indoors.
Yes, I will do that.
And we'll see you next week.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was Jennifer with us. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what? Okay. Haeyeon Park name texted in saying, oh, I see that the rat tail growing. Oh, me. I was like, the rat tail. I was thinking of a tail like 거짓말 tail or something. So I'm like, oh, 좀 더 길면은 썰배 되겠어요. Is that this guy? 장 PD? This guy 썰배?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
썰배. A little bit longer. I need to grow a beard too. I think he has a beard and the circular sunglasses. Then I'll truly look like him. David version. All right, we'll take a song break and we'll be back at 5 o'clock. We have, let's see, in the second hour, we have the quiz segment coming up as well. And as well as Melisa coming in for Busan 친구 Talk. So lots of more fun segments coming your way. Don't go anywhere, guys. The song to end the first hour is Like I'm Gonna Lose You by Meghan Trainor featuring John Legend.
I found myself dreaming in silver and gold, like a scene from a movie that every broken heart knows. We were walking on moonlight, and you pulled me close. Split second and you disappeared, and then I was all alone. I woke up in tears with you by my side, breath of relief, and I realized no, we're not promised tomorrow. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever we're standing, I won't take you for granted, 'cause we'll never know it when we'll run out of time. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you.
In the blink of an eye, just a whisper of smoke, you could lose everything. The truth is you never know. So I'll kiss you longer, babe. Any chance that I get, I'll make the most of the minutes alone with no regrets. Let's take our time to say what we want, use what we got before it's all gone. 'Cause no, we're not promised tomorrow. So I'm gonna
I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye.
가성비 좋은 간식 맛집 찾으세요?
맛있는 간식, 색다른 간식, 슈림프 스낵 랩 주세요. 맛있게 먹고 부담도 없는 가성비 간식 맛집은 해피스낵.
맥도날드에서 만나보세요. 다운이 삶은 갈치 플러스. 닦고 닦고 또 닦은 수건은 가운데서 냄새가.
그래서 모서리로 닦아요.
새로운 다운이는 삶은 것 같은 탈취 효과로 30번 닦아도 계속
상쾌해.
다운이 삶은 갈치 플러스. 가성비 좋은 간식 맛집 찾으세요.
맛있는 간식, 색다른 간식, 슈림프 스낵 랩 주세요. 맛있게 먹고 부담도 없는 가성비 간식 맛집은 해피스낵.
맥도날드에서 만나보세요. 새로운 다운이 디자이너 향수를 영감으로 재탄생한 섬유유연제. 세계적인 퍼퓸 매종과 협업한 다운이 7일간 피어나는 향수. 고급스럽고 섬세한 향의 조화를 이제 섬유유연제로. 다운이. 부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산. 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
부산 글로벌 도시재단 대표이사 전용호입니다. 부산은 물류, 금융, 영상, 관광, 첨단 산업 등 핵심 분야에서 또 한 번의 도약을 준비하고 있습니다. 글로벌 허브 도시 부산의 비전은 부산을 넘어 대한민국의 균형 발전을 촉진할 새로운 계기가 될 것입니다. 부산 글로벌 도시재단은 세계 시민을 연결하는 네트워크로 도시 외교의 중추적 역할을 담당하고 글로벌 부산의 미디어 플랫폼인 부산 영어방송을 통해 영어하기 편한 도시 부산을 만들고 있습니다. 글로벌 허브 도시 부산, 그 중심에 부산 글로벌 도시재단이 있습니다.
Busan Global City Foundation leads the Global Hub City Busan.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
That's it. 포열 부산 아닙니까? There you go.
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
You're absolutely right.
포열 부산.
Perfect.
포열 부산.
Yes.
할까요? 포열 부산.
You're now listening to For Your Busan with me, David Kim.
This is Jenny, and today, guess what? We have our new guest. So let's say hi. Hello, hello.
Hello, my name is Sumin Lee. I'm running my tailor shop in Centum City. It is so nice to be here because when I drive, I usually listen the BFM on radio.
Oh wow, sir, you're one of our listeners. Nice to meet you. All right. Then since you're listening to BFM, I want to know, how did you get to know this BFM?
Well, I have been living in Busan since 2009, so I heard about radio show often. But actually, when I started really listening to this show is when my wife Melisa started to be a guest of a show named Inside Out Busan, which is now gone.
Oh wow, so your wife is Melisa.
Yes, she is.
All right, such a pleasure to have you here today.
Such an honor to be here today.
All right. Then I want to ask you, how did you get to learn English?
Like everyone, I started studying English as a test subject, not as language. I memorized all the grammar and vocabularies hard,
Oh wow.
so I could get good score on tests. However, when I have to speak English as a language, all the studies I did were kind of useless. I didn't really have the guts to say out loud what I learned and memorized. Just worry about being judged by others about my English skill. So bottom line is, I learned English to do well on tests.
That's right. Actually, for most of the Koreans, we usually learn English just for the test and for the schools, for the exams. But actually, we don't really speak English to communicate with people, right? We usually get terrified just because we are scared of how if they judge me? How if they think my English skills so bad, right? But actually, you're speaking here. You're interviewing now.
Yeah, I had to be brave.
Right. All right, then I also want to ask you, were there any moments you felt proud of yourself or maybe finding it beneficial through learning English?
I have so many times I feel happy that I can actually speak English. For example, when me and my wife visited the US to meet my in-laws, I could communicate with them without any problems. My in-laws like talking about things they have experienced, which I didn't know about.
Right.
Also, for my customers, since my business is in Centum City, many foreigners just come in the shop or call me.
Right.
They don't expect I could speak English, but when I do, that makes them relieved. Because to make the tailor suit, we need deep conversation to understand one's preference for clothes. Not only am I happy to sell suit, but also I could give them the satisfaction of my specially tailored suit.
Wow, sounds amazing. Right. The reason of learning English is to communicate with more people, right? So yeah, absolutely. You can share your experience with your in-laws. And not only for that, since you're tailoring, you can, communicate with your foreign customers and make them relieve, right? Yes, all right. Then are there any tips or maybe, little tidbits for studying English?
I know the best way to improve your English skill is to talk to people.
Right.
But it is really hard for someone. My secret was dating my wife.
Oh.
Yes. Since she is an English speaker, I had to speak, listen, and write in English.
Right.
Also, I wanted to talk to her by myself, without any dictionary or translator. When I was desperate to talk to her, my English skill got really improved.
Ooh.
Many people who want to learn English, they have to have a strong motivation. Mine was my wife.
Oh, sounds so lovely. Right. We have to have the motivation of, learning something. It was your wife for you, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so maybe for our listeners, maybe you can look for a partner who speaks English. And, it might help you out. But the real point of his little tips is to speak a lot. Speak a lot with foreign people, right?
Yes, you gotta get used to it.
Right. Then this was going to be our last question. What lies ahead for your English journey?
I know my pronunciation and intonation is not like native. I also know I don't need a perfect accent or pronunciation to be understood. I have customers not only from the US, but also UK, Hong Kong, Japan, and Europe.
Wow.
So if I have clear pronunciation for everybody, I can communicate with my customers much better.
Right.
I think I can have basic conversation without any problems. However, my business needs little more than that. I won't be lazy and will keep listening and speaking English as a language.
All right, all right. So this was all about today's interview, and thank you so much for today's interview.
Thank you for inviting me here.
All right, see you next week, and goodbye.
All right, welcome back. We just listened to an interview clip. That was Jenny interviewing Lee Soo-min, a tailor who owns a shop here in Busan City. And his English, according to Soo-min, basically improved significantly when he decided that he should improve his English skills to communicate well with his English-speaking wife. And then, of course, for his business as well, with his international clientele, people who come to his shop for, for the suits and for his business. And I guess for English learners, he recommends having a strong motivation like he did with his wife. And he acknowledges that while his accent isn't perfect, he emphasizes clear communication is more important than anything else. Especially for his tailoring business, and he is committed to continually improving his English skills. So best of luck for Soo-min on his journey of English learning and improvement as well. And thank you once again for coming on to the interview, and Jenny for the interview as well. Welcome to For Your Busan, everybody. This is a show that goes on from 4:05 to 6 p.m. I am your host, David Kim. And good afternoon if you're just tuning in. We've got more people tuning in and texting in and commenting about my hair as well. Carl Lovenim saying, I think your hair looks great. Wish I had that much hair. Thank you. Thank you, bro. I don't know when I'm going to be cutting my hair. But for now, I'm just growing it. We'll see how long it gets. And Jenny, I'm loving all the songs that are being played today. So that the kudos goes to Jang PD for that. And yeah, what is your motivation to learning or improving English? What is driving you to wanting to improve your English skills, whether that could be writing, reading, listening, or speaking? Also, today's text topic is what you consider the most important when it comes to job seeking, when you're looking for a job. What is the number one deciding factor? For some, it could be where the company is located, where the workplace is located. It's got to be close to your home. For some, it's about income. So, maybe they don't care how far away the company is or the workplace is, as long as they're paid well, that's the deciding factor. Maybe for some, it's the working environment as well, your colleagues. And we've had earlier Jennifer Nim for our guest segment here for our Work Life Busan saying, what is it that makes you happy, right? Certain things. And I think Jenny Nim also texting and saying, having a fulfilling job makes me happy. So that's a good one. So what is the deciding factor for you guys when it comes to finding a job, getting a work, finding a workplace rather? Let us know. Text pound 9050 샵 900 will cost you 101, a Kakao Talk message or YouTube Live. We'll take a quick song break and go right into our next segment. This is 좋아 좋아 by 일기예보.
to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Hosted by David Kim, airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Zooby dooby bum para, zooby dooby baram bum. Zooby dooby nache, pagal stupid man.
It is time for Zooby Dooby. Zooby Dooby means quiz segment time. Yes, every day we have a different themed quiz. One day we'll have guessing something by sound, an ASMR type quiz. One day, another day, it could be where you guys have to guess a number, and you have to guess a number that's closest to a particular subject in question. Today being a Wednesday, it's going to be 사투리. Yes, we're going to be asking you to give a 부산 사투리 translation of a particular expression. 맞습니다. 부사추. 오늘은 부사추, 부산 사투리 추천 받는 퀴즈 타임입니다. Now, Busan has its own unique dialect, which is used in many K-dramas, many movies as well, and a lot of the times when these movie lines are said by actors, we get to use them as 명대사, as famous quotes, right? And so today is a time to test your Busan 사투리 knowledge. How well do you know your Busan 사투리? And the expression that you guys have to translate. Actually, before that, let me pique your interest further. If you get picked as a winner today, you could take home a pizza 한판 coupon. I'm not going to tell you the size of the pizza 한판. It could be a medium, it could be a large, it could be an extra large. But regardless, you'll be winning a pizza 한판 coupon. And if you're curious what pizza 한판 means, it means one pizza coupon. So that's what you could win. That's on the line. If you can send me a proper good Busan 사투리 translation of this Korean and English expression. And that expression revolves around the topic of 밥. 누군가에게 친숙함을 표현하거나 안부를 전할 때 한국어에서는 밥이라는 표현을 빼고 말하기는 힘든데요. 그래서 누군가를 신경 쓰고 있다라고 표현을 할 때 이렇게 이야기하기도 합니다. 밥 잘 챙겨 먹어. 밥 잘 챙겨 먹고 다녀. 자, 그래서 오늘은 이 안부 인사 한마디를 여러분만의 부산 사투리로 바꿔보겠습니다. 밥 잘 챙겨 먹어. I guess you would say in English, take care of yourself. Or like, don't forget to look after yourself. 뭐 이런 말을 할 수 있죠, 영어로는. So how could we say or how could we translate 밥 잘 챙겨 먹어 in Busan dialect? 이 표현을 부산 사투리로 어떻게 이야기할 수 있을지 지금부터 여러분의 정겹고 맛깔나는 사투리로 많이 보내주세요. You can send in more than one. You can send in 10 if you want to. To pound 9050 샵 9050 will cost you 101. A KakaoTalk message or YouTube live. Text in your suggestions, your translations to 밥 잘 챙겨 먹어. We'll take a song break and we'll be right back. This is 범 내려온다 by 이날치.
범 내려온다 범이 내려온다 장님 깊은 골로 대한 짐승이 내려온다 범은 얼숭덜숭 꼬리는 잔뜩 한 팔이 넘고 위에 머리 흔들며 전동 같은 앞다리 봉화 같은 뒷발로 양기 찌우고 새낙 같은 발톱으로 잔디뿌리 왕모래를 촤르르르르 그치며 주홍잎 벽 벌리고 허리랑 하는 소리 하나리 묻어지고 땅이 툭 꺼진 한듯 차례 정신없이 목으로 움츠리고 가만히 엎젖겄다 범 내려온다 봄이 내려온다 송림 깊은 골로 한짐승이 내려온다 누의 머리를 흔들며 양이 축 찢어지고 몸은 얼숭덜숭 꼬리는 잔뜩 한 마리 넘고 동네 같은 앞다리 전동 뒷다리 해나 같은 발을 도구로 엉도 서란 백색경으로 잔디 우리 왕국에 스치고 총장 알리고 자라해라 뚝성홍에 하는 소리 산천이 뒤덮고 자기 소리난 자라가 깜짝내 목을 훔치고 바람이 엎쳤을 때 범 내려온다 범이 내려온다 송이 깊은 골로 한천생이 내려온다 너의 머리를 흔들며 양이 쭉 찢어지고 몸은 얼숭덜숭 거리는 산승 범 내려온다 범이 내려온다
범 내려온다
범 내려온다 범이 내려온다
범 내려온다
범 내려온다 범이 내려온다 범 내려온다 범이 내려온다 송님 깊은 골로 한짐승이 내려온다 그의 머리를 흔들며 양기 쭉 찢어지고 몸은 얼숭덜숭거리는 잔뜩 한 발이 넘고 동이 같은 앞다리 전동 같은 뒷다리 새나 같은 발을 도구로 엄둥설한 백색격으로 잔디뿌리 왕물에 지고 주홍잎쩍 벌리고 자라 배가 뚝성이 하는 소리 산천이 뒤덮고 땅이 툭 꺼지난 듯 자라가 깜짝 놀래 목을 훔치고 가만히 엎쳤을 때 범 내려온다 범이 내려온다 송이 깊은 골로 한짐승이 내려온다 그의 머리를 흔들며 양기 쭉 찢어지고 몸은 얼숭덜숭 꼬리는 잔뜩 한 발이 넘고 동이 같은 앞다리 전동 같은 뒷다리 해나 같은 발을 도구로 엉도 서란 백색경으로 잔디 우리 왕국에 스치고 총장 알리고 자라해라 뚝성홍에 하는 소리 산천이 뒤덮고 자기 소리 난 듯 자라가 깜짝 내 목을 훔치고 바람이 엎쳤을 때범 내려온다 범이 내려온다 송이 깊은 골로 한천생이 내려온다 그의 머리를 흔들며 양기 쭉 찢어지고 몸은 얼숭덜숭 거리는 산승 범 내려온다 범이 내려온다 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 범 내려온다 범이
Welcome back to Busan Quiz Master segment. We asked you to send in the Busan 사투리 translations for 밥 잘 챙겨 먹어. 밥 잘 챙겨 먹고 다녀. How you can say that in Busan 사투리, in Busan dialect, and lots of people have been texting in their versions, their take of it, of that expression. Take care of yourself, man. Don't forget to look after yourself. 이거를 약간 좀 맛깔스럽게 부산 사투리로 어떻게 바꿀 수 있는지가 질문이었고요. We had extra old님 texting in saying 단디 챙기면 해. 굶고 댕기지 말고 해. That was one. Good one. 박수 없나요? Thank you. Yes. All right, 모진철님. Ooh, 모진철님, maybe texting in for the first time? No, maybe first time that I know of. Saying 밥 잘 챙겨 먹고 댕기래. Yeah, thank you. 승철님 saying 버뜩 나오세요. I don't know if that one was the right one for 밥 잘 챙겨 먹어요, but maybe send in another one. 버뜩 나오세요 is get well soon, right? So maybe that's not the right way of asking if you're okay. But yeah, that's a good one. Regardless, a good translation. That's a 사투리 for sure. We had 원진이님 texting in, happy hump day. Happy Wednesday to you too. Text me your take on the Busan 사투리 version of 밥 잘 챙겨 먹어요. We've had on NotTube Live, 해수 황님 texting in, 밥 챙겨 물어. That's a good one. 밥 챙겨 물어. And then we have, that was an awkward clap, yeah? 백유정님, 밥 단디 챙겨 물어. Yes, thank you. 고수님 with his take on this. 밥 단디 챙겨 물어. 운동에 강아지들이 니 쫓아다니겠다. Hey, you added some yahoos in there. That's a pretty good one. Okay, 제니님 texted in saying 오랜만에 부모님 만나면 늘 이렇게 말씀하시잖아요. 엄마야, 배 찾고 왔네. Was that too loud? Yeah, so that was my take on Jenny Nim's text message. Her Busan 사투리 version of 밥 잘 챙겨 먹어요. And then Jubronim with his take on it saying, 그렇게 해서 사람 빠진다. 정신 차리라. Yeah. Oh, was that an award-winning translation? Award-winning. 7018번님, welcome to the show. Texting in. 엄마 가게 도와드리고 집에 가고 있어요. 밥 묻나? 하면 될 것 같은데요. 비슷한 문자 많이 올 것 같아요. You're right. 비슷한 문자 많았습니다. 0660번님 also said that one. 1847번님 also saying that one. But they added on a little bit extra. So 1847번님 said, 밥은 먹고 댕기나? 얼굴이 크게 먹고! That was one. Yes. Thank you. 4963번님 saying, 굶고 다니는 거 아니지? Yes. 제 얼굴 표정 보니까 뭐 연습 많이 한 거 티나지? 네, 저 열심히 연습하고 있습니다. Yeah, I'm trying. Every Wednesday, I'm putting in the spirit of Busan in me. You know, the spirit of Busan 사투리 in me. I'm trying my best here. 단디 해라. 0431번님 texting in. I love these translations. You got some more time, so send in your different takes. Maybe you can add in a little bit of story in the intro and in the end as well. A little bit of extra sauce here and there. There's 새우젓 in the middle and some other sauces at the end as well. And then we'll read more after a song break. We'll listen to "Come and Get Your Love" by Redbone.
What's the matter with your mind?
Yes, Come and Get Your Love by Redbone 듣고 왔습니다. We are in the middle of our 부사추, 부산 사투리 추천 받는 퀴즈 time. And we asked you to send in your 부산 사투리 translations for 밥 잘 챙겨 먹고 다녀. 밥 잘 챙겨 먹고 다녀. And lots of people have sent in their suggestions, their versions of Busan Saturday. Extra Olnim giving in a second take on this one, but maybe I'll get Jang PD to maybe double check on this one. Because it sounds like a lot of like Saturday words that I don't understand. It's okay? All right, let me give it a shot here. 피고리 상주파이 해고리 친구하자 가겠네. 어? 밥 챙기무래. For a minute, I turned into Pirates of the Caribbean, I think. A little bit, yeah. A little bit of a, what do you call pirates in Korean? 선회장? Wait, no. 산적. No, not 산적. 선회장. 해상정? Pirate. What's 해적선. 해적선. Yeah, that word. I was looking for that word. 선회장 sounded pretty close, though. Gotcha, guys. You might have seen, yes, she's in here. I'm not going to mention who, but she's in here. She's waiting for me to end the segment and hopefully to start the other segment. But she'll just have to wait 2 more minutes. Just 2 more minutes. Lots of people sent in their versions of 밥 잘 챙겨 먹고 다녀. 굶고 다니는 거 아니지? 4963번님 as well texting in. Our 작가 has chosen the winner. And 0660번님 축하드립니다. UNA pizza coupon. Wish I know what size pizza you're going to be getting. Hopefully it's bigger than a small. So you can share with your friends or family or your loved one. But regardless, congratulations, 0660번님. We're going to go right into our next segment. And thank you all once again for texting in and having fun with me for the Busan Saturday quiz time. We're going to go right into our next segment, which is Busan 친구 Talk with Melisa.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
It is time for 친구 talk with Melisa. How are you doing?
Well,
You good?
You know, I thought my voice sounded bad, but when you have this singing voice, now I feel better.
Yeah.
So thanks.
Back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The pirate voice was probably better.
you think it was a good take?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think so. I think so.
I'll come back to my regular voice.
Okay.
But speaking of bad voices and things in our throats, maybe because it's the bad air quality outside, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super bad.
Super bad. And
Why are more people not sensitive?
no, at this point, I mean, Jang PD was saying just a few minutes ago before you came in that his eyes were hurting and that something's in his throat, and it's probably because of the bad air outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. My eyes feel drier today a little bit, but it's
they
not
do.
like I notice it like right away type of thing. But
okay.
yeah, all the guests that have come in today, including Hong Dang, Jennifer Nim, they all said they're not feeling really good right now because of the air outside.
Okay. Because actually outside, I don't see that many people wearing masks in the areas that I'm in.
Oh.
And so I'm like, how do you breathe?
Yeah.
Like, why is it just me that's like, I can't breathe. I'm dying. Yeah. Anyway.
So,
am I
yeah.
getting too old?
No.
Sad.
The Environment Corporation, Busan Environment Corporation, they actually issued a warning. So if you are going to be outside today, please do make sure to wear a mask.
Good mask.
Filtered mask.
A good mask that fits to your face really well.
Is it KF95?
Yeah, KF94.
94. I was thinking of N95. KF94. Where's that one?
Yes,
All
that's
right.
what we need.
Yes. All right. Well, you're here for 친구 Talk. This is 친구 Talk with Melisa. It's all about ridiculous controversies, and listeners might be curious why that is.
Yeah, in this segment, we discuss the seemingly mundane parts of the average Busan resident's life and break down the ridiculous controversies surrounding them. Of course, throughout the segment, we want to hear your views. If you've got Begon, you can send in your messages to shop 9050, or for no money at all, you can comment on our YouTube live stream or send us a Kakao Talk message. Yes.
That is right. So, what's the topic for today?
Yeah, so we're less than a week away from midterms, which is 중간 고사,
Oh, no,
right?
yes.
So students from 중학생 all the way up to 대학생, they're spending some long hours in the 도서관, right? Some people are there for like 10 hours, right? They have reserved seats and everything. It's intense, but what exactly are they doing there?
They have reserved seats in the library?
Oh, yeah. You didn't know
I
there's
never had reserved
seats?
seats in my library back when I was in college.
In Canada or in Korea?
Canada.
Well, see, I feel like that's because we don't really study like they study here.
No, don't. I went to libraries to study.
Really?
Yeah, even if it's just like for half an hour, you know?
You went there for half an hour to study. How much studying you getting done in half an hour?
Well, when I was doing my undergrad studies, I didn't study a whole lot, and so I averaged a pretty low GPA.
Oh.
But I did try to check out all the libraries there because I heard of one library, they provide pure oxygen.
What?
To this particular section in the library.
Why?
And
Are you going to hike the Himalayas?
So
Why do you need
I found
pure
out that
oxygen?
it was only reserved for postdoctorate students.
Oh.
So if you are doing a PhD or plus researcher there at the University of Ottawa that I went to, you have this special access to this room in a library that provides like 95% oxygen or something like that, some ridiculous number.
Wow.
And it provides, extra oxygen to your brain so that you can study better apparently.
I learned something new. I've never heard of that before.
This was like years ago, more than a decade ago.
Wow.
And they had that fancy tech there, right? So I was like, oh, I want to check it out. So when I went, though, I didn't have the access card. You needed the access card.
You should have made friends with a postdoc student.
I know, right?
You could have gotten the friend pass. Yeah. But there's reserved seats here. I don't think they got the oxygen. So, but but people are in the library a lot. But I have personally seen not a lot of studying going on in the libraries here.
They're doing 공기 던지기.
See, this is my question.
Yeah.
So, listeners, question is two parts today. I want to know, be honest, 거짓말 아니야, what percentage of your time in the library was spent on random stuff besides studying? And also, what did you actually do in the library? If you're not studying, what you doing in there for like 10 hours?
네, 도서관 가서 실제로 10시간 동안 공부를 하셨습니까? 아니면 딴짓을 하셨습니까?
Yes.
솔직하게 문자 보내주십시오. Text us what you guys did in the library. Did you guys actually study for 10 hours straight? Or do you guys do something else? Maybe play on your phone?
Yeah.
Watch K-drama on your phone, acting like you're studying, but you're really not?
Right?
Yeah.
All these things.
What do you think people do?
Well, I was actually in Gyeongsangdae 도서관 many years ago because my friends were studying there. They asked me to wait for them. But the interesting was, first of all, there was like 3 or 4 friends with me. Only one of them was actually a Gyeongsangdae 학생.
Okay.
The others, they were like Busandae or Donga. So right away, that doesn't happen in the U.S., right? I don't know if you can't, but you don't really go to a different university's library to study.
Yeah, I've never been to. I actually only went to my friend's university once to have a drink with him at his,
You were drinking in the library?
No.
Okay.
At like a local pub.
So you met at the library.
No, we didn't meet at the library.
What? What is happening here? Okay.
No, you're just basically saying what you were saying is you don't normally go to your friend's college campus.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Was there a bar on campus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it was not a dry campus.
Dry campus?
Yeah. Oh, you've never heard of this? Is this not a thing in Canada? In the U.S., there are some dry campuses.
Oh, I don't want to go
and
to dry
then
campuses.
a wet campus.
Oh.
So if it's a dry campus, you can't have any 술, like in the dormitory or, like you can't be
Really?
drinking in a picnic on campus.
Oh, interesting.
Nothing like that. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I just never heard of the term before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a thing in Canada.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah.
Anywho,
So,
talk about libraries. You could keep talking about. I keep interrupting you. Sorry
No,
about
no,
that.
it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
So, when I was there, I was in the library watching a movie. I still remember the movie. Sound of Fire. Top from Big Bang was in it. That's the only reason I watched it. Big fan of Top.
Yeah.
But yeah, like many students were in there doing the same thing, just watching movies. So
Yeah.
I thought, like, when people tell their parents, I have to go to the library, like, are they actually going to just go there to uncomfortably watch movies under the guise of studying? Is that how this works?
Yeah, now that I think about it, I actually did go to a library to watch a movie with a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were in the same department. We
okay.
initially started off studying the same subject together.
Okay.
But after, like, our attention span was pretty short at the time.
Okay.
Still to this day, I'm pretty short. But, like, 40 minutes into studying, we're like, let's take a break. So we hopped onto the computer, and then we watched this K-drama together.
So you study for 40 minutes and then you take like a 2-hour break.
Nah, 3-4 hour break.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof, not much studying done.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So then, like, was it because you're too poor to go to the movie theater or, to go somewhere comfortable? So you just sat
Free
in a
internet.
library?
Back then, like years
boy.
ago,
Okay. Years ago. Back in the olden days.
back when
your
3G,
latte men.
2G, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
yeah, when data was special. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
We
Back
had
in the
to,
day.
we had to really take full advantage of our student ID cards.
Okay. So you were using their internet. So you could use
Exactly.
it for free.
See, we had 고수님 texting in saying 도서관은 저에게 우정을 더욱 돈독하게 쌓게 해준 장소예요. It's a place where he was able to build quality relationship with his friends. 친구들과 만나기로 해서 도서관에 가서 책 펴고 라면 먹고 음료수 마시고 새로운 친구를 찾기도 한 곳이에요. 딱 한 번 놀았어요. Oh, only hung out there once, he said.
Oh.
But for him, a library was a place to make new friends.
I like that.
But he only went once. So
Well,
only-
he was successful.
Yeah.
One shot, one kill. You go there, you make your friends, you go home.
Good point.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I totally agree with you.
Ah. Yeah. Okay. So that's very helpful then. Okay.
Oh, and Sung Eden tuning in and texting in as well, saying it's really nice to see you on live broadcast because they actually started tuning in not too long ago. For your Busan. So welcome to the show once again, Sung Eden-님. And saying, he's learning a lot through the shorts that we are putting on YouTube.
Excellent. Yes.
And probably really excited to see you live right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Some of our
Yes.
videos are, hitting those 10Ks. The multiple Ks.
That's because we talk about the ridiculous controversies.
Right.
And I feel like we can't talk about the library without the ridiculous controversies of the next level of silence that is expected.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, you open up a crinkly candy wrapper in the assigned desk section, or even worse, this is what I did.
Don't do that.
But I had a clicky pencil. It ran out
I'll
of
give you the
lead.
death
and
stare.
so then I had to, because you got to get the lead down there. And then everybody else in the assigned section of the library, they're like,
No, I'll be like this.
Right? They're so angry. Oh, you would go over there and tell them. I have never had people so angry about a clicky pen.
Imagine, though.
It's shocking.
You could create, like, a symphony of...
Yeah,
clicking.
I suggested that. What if we started like a band? Like,
exactly. Let me.
Right? This is kind of fun. Ooh. It's like stomp. No,
Yeah.
we would be killed, right?
Terrible.
We would be kicked out of the library. We would be thrown in a trash can somewhere so we couldn't be heard if we made a pen clicky noise.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's a no-no.
right?
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly why, because, people are on Kakao Talk and they're on like Insta and they're sleeping. So many people are sleeping. Like, why is everybody sleeping in the 도서관? 허리 안 아파? 목 괜찮아? Like,
Yeah.
how are we sleeping in the library?
Maybe it's a mix of everything, like sleeping in a place that's full of other people around you gives you that sense of 안심, the sense of security that,
Really?
not that many bad people around me. Everyone's focused on their own little thing.
Okay.
And maybe, people writing on their notebooks, that scribbling sound is kind of like an ASMR sound for them. And
Really? The
gives them
writing
that-
sound?
Yeah.
And then everybody looks at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've never felt that other people around you makes you comfortable to sleep. To me, that makes me uncomfortable to sleep. But
Well, like when you go to like 찜질방s and stuff.
oh, see, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People they're all
Other
kinda-
people.
You're sleeping with other people next to you.
Okay. Well,
Maybe that's
be
the thing.
careful how you say that. Yeah.
It's a sharing culture. Sharing
It's a
culture
sharing.
is really big here in Korea.
Okay, so we share the library and we all sleep together. See, I sometimes wonder when people, they get the library, they reserve their seat, and then they put their textbooks down, and then they just put their head on the book. I wonder, do people think oh, my head's on the book, so the information is just gonna soak into my brain
Oh, you didn't know?
organically?
Oh.
Okay, that's how it works. Okay.
Yeah, Melissa.
All right,
Welcome
that's how
to the
it works.
21st century.
I guess. I was thinking, just old school, but you gotta just sleep in the library so it'll just soak into the
You gotta
brain.
use the kinetic energy,
Okay.
whatever that means.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
Okay, it's something with physics.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So we have some people who don't like the clicking sound, like Jenny's name, saying, please, I hate that clicking sound.
Very sorry, Jenny Neem.
Yeah. Cyber Blue Nim tuning in. Long time no see, my friend. Texting in saying, how's your day going so far? But also saying midterms are coming up on my side for me, so it's not that great for me.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, good luck to all the students from middle school, you said, to college.
Yes, right? Because I think maybe middle school, the first year, I don't think they always have tests, but starting from the second year,
Right.
they would have some tests that they've got to get to.
Yikes.
So,
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
yes.
So a lot of stress for people studying for the midterms.
Yes,
Middle
for the
terms,
midterm. Because I
yeah.
think in Korea, isn't it like middle test?
Yeah, 중간고사.
Yeah, middle test. So
Yeah.
anyway, midterms.
Midterms.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's close. But yeah. So I'm curious, David, did you actually be
Study?
quiet
Uh-huh.
and study in your library in Canada?
So I think I remember the libraries that I went to in Canada. There were mix of different types of libraries. There's a library where you can kind of talk
Okay.
quietly, like whisper library, and there's one that's for researchers, they're absolutely
So it was
completely silent.
It was totally separated.
Right. And then there's one that's a computer library where people can, because keyboards make a lot of sounds.
Okay.
So there's a library full of computers where you can, make typing noises
Okay. Freely.
and you can probably click pens there as well, as much as you want.
Because we don't have the cover for the keyboard in North America. At least I've never seen
Yeah,
it like there
yeah,
is in
yeah.
Korea. There's the keyboard cover, so it's quieter.
Yeah. All the cover makes it quieter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And you hear more clicky sounds in North America for sure. And you can
We
see
hear-
all the dirty things that are in between the cracks.
All the,
so
all
I've
the
seen
stuff.
some people bring in their own keyboards too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's next level. Why not?
Just for hygiene, sanitary purposes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the sniffing, right?
Yeah.
But in Korea, if you blow your nose, that's rude, right?
it?
Yeah, it's rude. I was told before it's really rude to blow your nose, especially at the table, but other situations people don't like it.
Oh.
So actually in the middle of tests before, I've walked around with tissues and given them to students, giving them the message, blow your nose, and they didn't. They just for an hour. And I was okay. I'm
Yeah.
not a student, so maybe they think that's more polite.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. This
yeah.
is,
Maybe
I mean,
it's a culture difference thing.
Because in the U.S., when students did that in class, that's like the clicky pen equivalent in Korea. Clicky pen, everybody in Korea is angry. In America, somebody in class, everybody, blow your nose, right? Everybody's upset.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that.
You don't want to do that in a public space.
Yeah.
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 No, nothing of sort.
Nothing of sorts, yeah.
And if you're going to be taking a nap, no snoring. That's not allowed.
Well, that's kind of hard to control, but,
Yeah.
Yeah. But actually, I really didn't use the library in my university very much. So, like, I don't know about fancy, expensive private schools like, Harvard or whatever. But I went to 그냥 일반 공립대학.
Okay.
I went to the library like 3 times. We had it all in just one building. Like, first floor, like group projects. It's noisy all the time. And then second floor is like you pretend to study until you see somebody you know, right? You're just like pretending to study, and then you're like, hey,
Melissa,
Crystal,
yo,
what are you
what's up?
doing? Oh, hey, am I busy? No, I'm not doing anything. Let's go get dinner, right? And then the third floor was the quote-unquote quiet floor, but it's not like Korea level quiet. You had like the little,
Chit-chat happening here and there.
not exactly chit-chat, but like, clicky pen you wouldn't notice because it's not totally silent.
I see.
Yeah.
I guess maybe even the librarians were saying things
Yeah.
like, oh, this one goes to aisle A or C.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the rolly cart to put the books back. We have so much ASMR in this.
Right.
Yes.
So
yes.
much.
Exactly. Yeah.
A lot of people, I guess we're reminding them of the good old days when we went to college, when we went to libraries. 제니님 saying 도서관 옆 식당이 돈가스가 맛있어가지고 a lot of people went to libraries because of the food maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 돈가스 instead of eating ramen.
Yeah.
Oh, fancy.
Instead of 돼지국밥 with no 다대기.
Thank you for remembering. I feel very special. Yes. Yes.
It's one of the popular videos on our YouTube channel.
But okay, I'm really curious. So I guess you didn't realize there was the library desk reservation system.
I didn't know.
Here in Korea, there is. You have to have like the student ID card and you reserve your desk. And this is really hottem, right? The hot item.
Okay.
Everybody wants these desks. But the thing is, if you have your own 도서관 자리, then you just like leave. And you go get some 돈가스 or you, smoke or whatever. What if somebody's like, you know what, you're gone too long. Can I just steal your desk?
But then I'm sure when you make that reservation online or whatever system you're using, you can reserve for a time period, right?
Right, but it makes me think of the illegally parked cars. If the cha is not in the 주차장, 7분 is the time limit, right? You take a picture,
Yeah, but
wait 7분, another picture, 경찰
But
will
that's
come.
different. That's different.
But they're taking up prime real estate in the library.
But at least for the reservation on the system,
Yeah.
you reserve for a certain hour, right?
So you think they should not be kicked out of their hottem 도서관 자리
Yeah.
for not using it properly?
Or maybe you can make a suggestion to the university. You should 이거 몇 시간 제한,
Okay.
like limitation, like a 3-hour cap per student per day per seat.
Oh.
Maybe you should make that suggestion.
Oh. Do people read the suggestions in the suggestion box? Is
I
this
hope
going
they
to
do.
happen?
I hope they
Okay.
do.
I have a feeling people wouldn't like that, but it makes me curious. Like, is this a frustrating thing for people who are trying to study and they're like, oh man, somebody got the good seat.
I know.
I want that seat.
Well, listeners, if you have any suggestions, any opinions, let us know because we don't know all the answers to this.
Yes, we just
are
have so
full of
many questions.
Exactly. So text us and let us know. And I'm sorry if I couldn't get to read all of your text messages. We've got lots of involvement, but unfortunately, we have to slowly wrap things up and say goodbye as well.
Yes, we do. Time flies.
Time flies. We were talking for half an hour straight.
Look at us.
I know,
Watch
right?
us go.
Yeah. Woohoo. All right. Thanks for coming in once again.
It's my pleasure.
See you next week.
Yes, we
and
will
I hope,
see you
I
next
hope
week.
you feel better soon.
Thank
To
you.
throw in all that stuff.
I hope so.
Yeah. Everyone, if you are going to be out and about, wear that filtered mask. Be safe. Last song for today is The Way It Was by The Killers. See you later, alligator.
A sense of inspiration the crew on time.